Hi, this is Pritha from Impact, and today with us we have a very special guest. 90s kid will be very happy to see this episode, and everybody knows him from the iconic show MTV Bakra. And now you guess it, it's Mr. Cyrus Broacha here with us. How happy are you, Cyrus?
Thanks for saying the words I wrote down for you to repeat and all that. That was really important.
Yeah,
and
sure.
I've given it to
Yeah.
on text.
Yeah.
Aajkal ki jo technocrats, they can just take it off in 2 seconds.
Sure.
Thank you.
So Cyrus, I'm a 2000s kid. Oh, so I was not born in the MTV era. So
Thank God.
So how are things different according to you?
Well, the main difference is that our viewers would actually put on something with a knob and then they would adjust Arial and then they would hit the TV. Then the mother will shout, "Ban karo ye bakwas." And so that's the difference basically. And now if you look at it, you guys, your generation, actually the one even after you is even worse. I mean, they just use like half a finger and they've gone to 10 topics in 1 minute. And I don't know how attention span. We used to do 30-minute shows, 20 to 24 minutes plus ads. And I don't know whether that's going to last only. A little bit is left in TV. उसके बाद क्या होगा, I don't know. Even OTTs, जो formats, I mean, other than, dramatic fiction and all, everything is just really quick reels. This is probably a reel. What you're going to see now is few seconds. That's it. Yeah.
So Cyrus, MTV, Bakra and all the other shows that you did, they were long shoots. So how did you, and I came to know that MTV Bakra did not have a script per se and everything was...
No, there's no script. It's a candid camera show here. There's no script. We try to, the script is, what is the gag? For example, you come to the office, we do a gag on you. So we plan what is the gag. The gag is a cop comes in the middle and says, who are you, where are you from? Do you have an Aadhaar card for Maharashtra or something? Something stupid like that. That would be the script and we'll go from there. But our scripts would go out of the window because suddenly this would not work. The sound isn't working. The person walks off the frame. Another person interferes in the middle. So there's so many variables that our scripts went all over the place.
So if MTV Bakra was supposed to be made today, what would be the difference according to you?
I don't know. Now I'm scared. I had no idea. When we look back and we think about it, we have some idea that we did all this. But like we would wear police uniforms. I was telling the guys that day, we shoot at a place called Oshiwara, which is and Jogeshwari Junction. And there are 2-3 restaurants there. So we take a break in the middle. Me and the 2 other actors in our uniforms would go and eat. Which is all illegal, impersonating a police officer. We had no idea. We're sitting there and they're saying Saab Saab. And I'm the only non-Marathi speaking officer. I'm speaking in Hindi to them. Which is very rare in Mumbai. And even then they are not taking a chance to know what cadre the guy is from and all. So those kind of things are, we would just do things on the road. We never took permissions. I remember putting an imaginary rope and keeping 3 guys there and stopping traffic and all that. No problem. So we've done all kinds of stuff, which now the police presence, municipality presence, the people's presence with their cameras and all, it'll be very tough to do a lot of things. We'll have to go through a lot of permissions. That time it was a lot of jugaad basically and a little bit of influence, if you know what I mean, and that's it.
So, Cyrus, one serious question I wanted to ask you. Like, you are now doing a lot of podcasts and many brands are also doing a lot of podcasts. So, do you think that podcast is the next step for marketing per se?
Yeah, it looks like it. They are definitely getting more interested because what's happening is that you're getting niche. Now, audience is all niche. Divided into small groups. Very rare are we going to probably have a superstar like a Shah Rukh who transcends everything. I think next 10 years is not going to be like that. So they realize that. So they are looking at different podcasts, talking to different demographics mostly and trying, capture that. So, but only my podcast, it makes no sense. So, but most people, it's clear they're looking at an 18-year-old to 25 audience. Yeah, they're looking at car lovers or they're looking at fashion lovers or they're looking at animal lovers. So they've all targeted a certain genre. There are some jokers like us who don't know what genre but we don't belong anywhere.
No, your genre is humor.
We've been outcasts.
No, your genre is humor.
Yeah, well, what is humor? Everyone's a comedian. आजकल तो सब जगह पे हर मौके पे comedian होते हैं. You're not a comedian, people are disappointed. You walk out, jokes now. It's like that wherever you go. Too many comedians. Government to note, please remove comedy to your ban.
So, you are like in the humor genre, as I said. So, where do you get your comedic perspective? Like, where is...
So when we're doing a show like Week That Wasn't on TV, that's a little political social satire, then clearly we're looking at the news and we're spinning it, so that's different. When I do my own stuff, I try to play, when we do corporate things, I try to use the room a lot and just play with what's happening in reality because I'm too lazy. I hate writing stand-up. I like writing skits and I like writing political satire and all, but I'm not so happy writing stand-up. It's too boring. You write one line and then another one line and it just goes on, it goes nowhere. But having said that, there are all kinds of things you can look at in society in general. I'm always ranting about Mumbai city. It drives me nuts. I know you guys are from different cities, but each city has its own. It's one of those. It's like your parents, no? After some time, they irritate you so much, but you love them. It's one of those damn things. So this is the city. And it's always a paradox, our city, Mumbai. And we have now become the VIP capital of India. Everywhere we go, at least in my area, South Mumbai, it's always this red light culture and these guys are driving past and, we are just being pushed aside. So I'm just thinking, citizens should be removed from the city only. But we have no worth, no use keeping us.
So, Cyrus, you're also an author and you wrote for a lot of columns also in newspapers. So, how has that helped you in your work now?
Yeah, I think I've written for almost every single English publication for sure, and including a couple of Hindi publications and translated. So the dearth of writers is continuing. That's why they reach out to people like us. It's shameful. The land of Premchand and Iqbal and this and that and all the big names we've had, Kalidas if you go back in time, etc. And it's really sad that it's come down to this. But I like writing. It's, if you don't put pressure on yourself, don't worry about who's reading, you're fine. I think people always look at targets. What are they thinking and all that. I think you should just avoid that, just write. So it's fun. Newspaper columns are really fun because there's not much money involved, you're just having fun if you like writing. The books and all, sometimes you have to do discipline and sit and write for hours. So it's not for everyone because it involves a little bit of lots of art and lots of craft also. And I don't like craft. It irritates me also. So I'm sounding like a spoiled artist, but I'm just a lazy guy. Maybe that's what a spoiled artist should be. So I've enjoyed writing the books to some extent also. I've just written, there's a book called Doggy's Day Out, which is for children, like maybe 10, 15-year-olds, not really young children, because I think there will be a scandal. It's like doggy fiction, which is like a new, trying to promote, we're all into animals here, so animals first, people second has always been my motto. Now it might be animals first, plants second, people third. I'm debating.
So, Cyrus, if all of you 90s VJs are supposed to come together and create a, respire of that era, so what would the show be called and what would the show be about?
I'd be, Q would be a lovely thing, as in why? Because that would be what the people are asking watching the show. We have fun, we have this thing where we meet and all that here and there. But, you can't get caught in nostalgia. I think people it's like cancer. Once you get into nostalgia, cancer of nostalgia is that it just gets worse and worse and worse. You sort of die of it. So I don't want to live in those, live in the back, the past rather, but live in the back. I sound like a boy from Delhi. And the backside say, Aja, sorry, excuse my French. So I don't know, man. I use like the WhatsApp forwards that people put on school group and college group and building group. And they're going nowhere in life after some time. I understand once in a while, but some of them, that's all they do, send pictures of their kids and aunts and uncles and happy birthday puja. So sab log ko happy birthday bolna padega uske baad. What the hell's going on with our lives? So stay in the present. So I do, although I love that period, I had great fun and they were great people and all that. I feel we should live in our present more here.
So Cyrus, you wrote a semi-autobiographical book, if I'm not wrong.
Kala Aaj aur Kal.
Yeah. So if a movie is to be made on that book, who would play you?
I'm sure they'll be queuing up, yeah. I'll have to take the phone calls and, cut it in the middle. Now see, Shah Rukh, Salman and Amir, I think, have reached a point where they'll not be able to play me, but there are some elder figures in the book, so I'll have to see where I can place them. The character is youngish in the book, so he'll have to be someone in his 30s. Actually, I think it begins a little before that. So that's a tough one. But who do you suggest?
Me, maybe Aditya Roy Kapoor.
Yeah, but I know him, so then I don't want him to play it.
Achha.
I should know people I don't know at all should play it. Okay. Maybe someone from the south. Maybe someone like a Surya. I don't know how old he is now. I have to think. It's a good question. Also, their films run better, Prabhas and all that.
Yeah.
Let's reach out to them, no?
Yeah. Dulquer Salman is also
done.
He has. Yeah.
You'll make a call?
Yeah, I will try. I'll let you know.
वो लोग पैसा का बंदोबस्त बाद में करते हैं. First say yes.
Yeah.
What is money? Art first.
Sure. So, Cyrus, what are some of the trends in influencer marketing that you are noticing now? Like you are also in the you saw that era also, and now you're seeing this era. So, what is the difference?
Well, what I like is, and we've been approached by a few people to do these things, is they're trying to be a little less. Like obvious is fine, but then it's obvious. Like you make fun of the brand sort of because it suits the personality of the thing. It's the brand is there, you're purposely plugging it. I think for an intelligent audience or rather for internet audience, you can't fool them with ab pesh karte hain, you need learn, sorry, whatever. I mean, that's like too much, it's too outdated. So I like the fact that they're looking at, talking to the people you're talking to in the same way. So the advertising marries what we're doing or who we are, and it doesn't disrespect their product either. So that's much better. Or I don't mind even subtle things where it's just there in the background, you never mention it. Which is also fine, You see a lot of people do that. They have shows that go on for years and basically the product is just there. And maybe there's a top where it's voiceover or thing that you read where the presentation is, Kotak Bank presents and that's it.
Yeah.
So the thing is that they've become more adult is what I'm saying for the internet, the marketing people and the advertising people thinking of how to talk to specific audience rather than the TV culture. I love TV ads. washing powder Nirma is the greatest ad. I mean, the lady is doing washing powder. I mean, I wanted to buy it, and my mom said, "What will you?" I was 8 years old, but I wanted Nirma. It was my Christmas present, Diwali present, always. So, but those days are gone. I feel we have to be careful now who we're talking to.
So one last bit for you, Cyrus. So if this question goes, what's next for Cyrus Broacha?
Well, we are working on podcasts. Another one, we're working on still trying to put our TV show back on in some format. I still feel there's a lot of space for that. I think with the Kunal Kamra controversy, where he's now learning Tamil and living in Pondicherry, the lesson to be learned is to try and find a middle point where we can critique, do a little satire, and hopefully not. I mean, it's not his fault because nobody knows where the line is. They keep changing the line, the Seema Rekha, so to speak. When you're crossing it, you don't know. Oh, sorry, Seema. It's like that. So, but I still feel that we are slightly more vegetarian, especially because we have a TV culture. So we are trained not to be as courageous as the internet audience that followed us, or other the two generations that followed after us. So I'm hoping that that'll be more acceptable. Also, there's an older audience in India which gets left out all the time. While your young guys are doing their stand-up and Ma Ben ki galis and talking about sex, oh, very good, and I'm not against it at all. Let's also talk to the older, slightly more polished crowd who are more interested in society, the way things are functioning. Like we had a lot of bureaucrats who used to watch our show, for example, and there's a very academic sort of intellectual sort of people. And I think we should appeal to all the types of ages, demographics, and all that are out there. Not just look at 18 to 25. Every marketing person is like 18 to 25. Sometimes between you and me, 18 to 25 are. Yeah. Can I use a bad Hindi word?
Yeah.
Which rhymes with boots?
Okay.
Yeah, really. So yeah, let's see. Yeah. I would love to say that something big is coming, but as of now, I don't know. But if you want, I'll lie. Something big is coming.
Thank you so much, Cyrus, for speaking with us. Any last bit you want to say to the camera?
No, be kind, camera, because as I get fat and ugly and old and all these marks all over the face and all that, remember I was young once. So you don't change. Okay, you be nice to me.
Thank you so much, Cyrus.
My pleasure.
Thank you.